We're going to start out with the irrepressible, undeniable Patricia MacNevin, who's going to roast Wendy. And the title of her speech is, "Let's Fire This Thing Up." Come on up. Let's fire it up. We only have a 10-second applause. Come on.
She made up the title. It was not what was provided. Because the real title is Wendy. 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 So has anybody looked up the meaning of Wendy in a dictionary recently? Wendy? Wendy. Oh, Wendy. Wendy. W-I-N-D-Y. Now, the typical definition is a strong gusty wind. Blow around, make the leaves flutter. Does that describe windy? I won't say what I found on an urban dictionary. Yeah. It was like real left wing. But it did offer very outspoken, never giving up and never giving in. I should be Now, if any of you have worked very closely or know Wendy quite well, I think we have a pretty good idea in this club. But I go way back, and maybe further back than you, Jim. Ooh, that's a long way. I'm not aging myself or Wendy, but you know. This woman decided that I should become a Toastmaster. Now, it wasn't just politely suggested. It was suggested every time she saw me.
Way to harass.
You really should join Toastmasters. Not now. You really should join Toastmasters. You're doing so many presentations. I think that, you should join Toastmasters. It started in 1996. I didn't join until 2006. So you know how many times she saw me? I repeated that, right? And of course, she's just that type of person who can be very convincing. So I joined Toastmasters. And then she's been mentoring. And she decided, I guess, that I should never use, I think, she prefers, I know. She knows everything. And she knows that you know, that I know, that you know, we can all do it. Which is really the set plan for ADB this year. She has her plans. The rest of the executive have theirs. The rest of the club have theirs. But she politely, smiles at us, says, we can do this. Have you ever seen Wendy roll her eyes? Ooh. She doesn't do it too often, but if you watch really closely, and she doesn't like something, she rolls her eyes.
Is she rolling them right now?
The smile's starting to go down a little bit. She has taken us on an exciting ride. Not only this club, but this district. And I say ride because her theme was changing dreams into realities. But do you remember the image? The hot air balloons? How many people know whether Wendy is full of hot air?
Skewer Wendy!
And those balloons take her everywhere. She has eyes and ears. Excuse
Yes, she does.
where we don't, excuse me, don't expect. Maybe drink of water.
The smoke from the fire.
Barbecue.
It is hot in here.
So Wendy, while it's a lot of fun, you have this, I don't know what it is, pet peeve, it can be pet peeve. But you have this thrill about electronics. Has anybody been into her house and see how many electronics, or look in her car, or look in her briefcase, or see in her purse, that she's got more Apple paraphernalia that she should have shares? I think she was Steve Jobs' silent partner. Oh, nice. She always would do something crazy. But she's always been very inspirational. I got a brainwave on the ride down. So I want to finish this thing. Even though you're red hot in the red scooter, which I don't see here today.
No, it's not here today.
But don't get in the way of that red scooter, because she's on a mission. And her mission has taken her far and is taking us far. So I congratulate you. And while we've poked, or I have poked a little bit of fun at you today, I want you to know that in our corner of the world, you and your hot air balloons always rise above and exemplify a true Toastmaster. They're inspired.